All right, guys, today we're going to do some practice for Chinese dragon. Okay? We're going to do a little practice here. You're going to have this sheet here in front of you, and on the back side is where we're going to do a little practice drawing. So if you turn it over, we're going to be doing some work over there. Now to get started, we're going to divide the paper into fourths. So you're going to go ahead and create a line down the middle and then over here. We're just going to do four practice drawings, things that I want you to know how to do before you get started with this. Okay? In the first area up here, we're going to practice creating the dragon head. Okay, that's probably the hardest part of the project, is to create the head and make it actually look like a head. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start off with a C. Okay? And you do it pretty big, but you're going to kind of fill up that area. And then you're going to be creating kind of the front, the mouth part of your dragon. So what you need to do is you come down a little bit and out and down and then back over there. So if you kind of look at the shape from different angles, it might look like something like broccoli or something different. Okay, this is the back of the head, and this is kind of where it comes out. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the mouth. Not actually cut it, but we're going to kind of pretend like we're cutting, because you're going to cut inside the shape, and then we're going to be erasing there. Okay, so we're going to go about right in here, and you're going to come in, and you could go up a little bit if you like. But you're just going to come down, and it depends. You know, if this gap is really wide here, that means that mouth is open wider. And after that, you are going to probably erase a little bit right here to get rid of the area where it was connected. And then on the inside, we're going to just give it some teeth. And you can give it sharp teeth, shorter teeth, depends on, kind of what you want. And I like to put the other teeth inside the ones on the top. Makes it look like they go together. A few other details you could add. You could add a nostril in the front there. The eye you can make it really colorful and beautiful. When I get started with that, I just start with a dot here, and then I'm going to come around kind of like a teardrop. So I go out and then back towards it here. And then you could kind of put that eyeball in there. There's different ways to do that. If you see on some of the, on the back side there of yours, there's a lot of different ideas on the right side to show different types of eyes, so you can kind of practice. And I even put in a little bit more decoration there as well. You could do like flames coming off the end there. It looks kind of cool. But that's really up to you when you get to that part. Now let's try some horns up here. To do the horns, I usually have them going back a little bit, but you can have them kind of curved this way too. To do that, I usually just kind of make a dot, and then I come back to the top of the head there. Dot. You could also go that way. It's up to you and what works best for you when you draw that, guys. Alright, and then I like to put little curves in them to make it look more three-dimensional and round there. So I kind of curve little lines on that. Now on the back side here, I like to do this little line. It's kind of like kind of comes around the head of it. So I just do kind of like a wavy line that kind of turns around, and then I just add these little lines in there. That makes it look really neat. Kind of adds a little extra to your dragon head. Okay. And then after that, there's other little things that you could add to it. More decorations down here, and then even up here you could add in more decorations. Okay. So that's the head. That's the first thing I want you to practice. And the second one here, I'm going to show you how to write dragon in a Chinese symbol. Okay. So we're just going to kind of copy the one on the other side, but I just want you to kind of work with me here today. So to do dragon, you're going to start off by doing a kind of a swoop off this way. Then we're going to do a line that comes over here. So it's going to kind of look like a T with a little curve over here. Then over here, this little area here, we're going to do this line that comes off and swoops out here, and then a line that comes back over here. It's almost like a T and an X, and then right up in here, and I kind of color that in, and that's going to be your dragon symbol. Okay. So when we do our final, we're going to have you guys put that somewhere in your work, along with another symbol. Okay. And if you see on the other side, it says dragon, and then you're going to have to figure out what type of dragon. Fire dragon, water dragon, earth dragon, wind dragon, love dragon, or a peace dragon. Okay, so it might be something that you'll have to add into it towards the end there. Okay. The next thing, let's go to the third one here. We're going to do different types of texturing. Okay. Now on your dragon, it might have some textures, so I'm going to show you different ways to do that. I want you to draw some horizontal lines there. So let's go ahead and draw 6 horizontal lines. Okay, and this is some areas where you could practice doing those textures. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3 areas that we're going to be practicing there. And if you see on the other side, I'm going to show you these 3 right here. Now let's work with this one. To do that one, you just do kind of like loops, like your hops, and then the next row you would hop to it in between. Kind of reminds me a lot like shingles, but you're just going to add in some texture there. Then you kind of go, keep going, hopping and hopping and hopping. This might be one that you would want to add on to the texture of your dragon. Okay. And just give that a little practice there for, for a few more seconds there. I might have a timer on that one. The second one, this one's a little different. This is going to use Zigzag Texture. So you're going to go do some zigzags. Okay. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to do zigzags in between. And sometimes I'll do them individually, and sometimes I might do rows of them. So you just kind of overlap them and just kind of find a little area. This one isn't quite as even as the last one, but gives kind of a fun look to it as you go. The next one here, this one's a little bit different. You can try this one if you'd like, but you're going to start off first of all by doing the zigzags again, and then from each line you're going to go up and down, up and down. So you come up with it. If it's the top of it's going up, you go up, and then you come down here. Okay? And then for the next row, we just go again. And then from there, we just draw a line. And I really like the look of this one. If you can get this one to work, I highly recommend it because it really looks nice to add into your dragon texture. Okay? So each one of those, and you just add a vertical line to it. And make sure that you go up with it there, and you're keeping all of these in the same direction. All right, so those are a few textures that you could add to your work, and again, those are on the other side. Okay. In the last area here, I want you to practice creating a tail. Okay, a tail that goes around and around and kind of fills up this area. To do that, you have to do a double line. So I'm going to start off by making my tail. Oh, maybe it runs off the page. Okay, could run off here. And maybe it picks up back again over here. It's kind of like a roller coaster almost. But you're doing a double line here. I'm going to put a loop-de-loop in mine. And, ooh, there we go. The hardest part is keeping them wide as you do it. And then I think I might actually finish the tail up over here. Or you could have it run back over here and back over there. Okay, so if I'm going to finish it up, I'm going to bring it to kind of like a point, and then sometimes I even add decoration onto the end of the tail. kind of gives it a nice look there. All right, for the rest of the time, just go ahead and practice either doing another head, some more symbols, either textures, or you could even start adding in your texture here if you'd like. And sometimes I kind of go around and add the look of how I want it to be on my final when I get to that next time. I could even add those textures in here. All right, guys, good luck with your practice today.